start now. It's getting always better. Only 5 people online and 1 in the room. This is definitely not optimum. Anyway, so we had a plan yesterday how to implement the Glendive sieve. Now we go from planning to implementation. Okay. So now we are going to develop an implementation plan in order for the Glendive sieve strategy to be successful. We need to protect the green stream the first few weeks. Okay. So potential disruptions must be identified. Wait. Can you hear me now? Yes, now you can hear me. So in order to, for the Glendive sieve strategy to be successful, we need to protect the green stream the first few weeks. Potential disruptions must be identified and resolved. Their root causes must be understood. Rather than addressing the symptoms. Okay. Previously, the usual reaction to problems was to reschedule. Okay. In order to walk around the issues. However, with fixed cycles, remember in the green stream, we have a fixed sequence and a fixed volume. With fixed cycles, rescheduling is not an option. Okay. So at this stage, we need to answer 2 questions. How to protect the initial fixed cycle. Okay. And what does fixed cycle implementation action plan look like? Okay. These two questions need to be answered. This is what we will do today. Any questions? Questions, please. Okay, so there are four different aspects to protecting the green stream. Fixed cycle. First one, so-called gaps. Okay. We will see in a minute what that is. Second one, identify and resolve issues. Third one, the rules. And fourth, so-called buffer tanks, which is nothing more but inventory. Okay, rightly placed at positions where it protects the value stream. So are we cool? Let's look at all four aspects in detail. So number one, of course, if you have any questions, feel free to interrupt me, okay? So here and online as well. Ist mir zu doof. So number one, what are the gaps? Gaps are planned or pre-planned, better said. And are used when things go wrong. They are there to make sure you can get to the beginning of the cycle. There are many types of gaps that can be used to protect the cycle. For instance, 1.1 physical time gap in the schedule. Okay, so deliberately planning to have greater equipment and personnel availability than the schedule requires. Okay. This is overcapacity, and this might be even counterintuitive, okay, in the thinking of efficiency. However, it can result in higher yield because of the savings and the effect on the green stream. 1.2 overtime. Okay, we find many plants claim not to have official overtime, costs money, yet regularly request people to work it. Some countries it's even legal not to pay for the overtime. If this is the case, please make the overtime official. Pre-planning the overplan, the overtime. Ensures the insurance policy was there. Okay, so you have your back covered. 1.3. Another gap, let's say, you can implement is to build secondary or subcontracted capacity. This is a variation of the 1.1, but you just buy it whenever you need it. The ability So the ability to make product temporarily using another facility may not be an option. So this is the buy option, okay? Instead of making it yourself, may not be an option. But may be an option, okay? In many cases, in many occasions, it may be. The 1.4 gap that you can build in your system is to build up a stock of finished goods. Okay. Finished goods. Okay. In many companies, the greatest stock of finished goods is in the green stream. And this is good so. Okay? You don't want to run out of your biggest sellers, and you want to get your logic based down on the greater stability you get on the green stream, the better. So, any questions? So far? Good. So we look at the gaps. Now let's look at identify and resolve issues. Two. Okay. You have to be determined to defend the green stream and to identify what issues are and resolve them. Okay? In many plants, equipment flexibility is used to work around issues rather than face and resolve them. Okay? With the green stream, you have to face the problems. When there is an issue, you need to resolve it rather than pass it on. Even to the point of stopping production. Okay? Successful identifying and resolving issues during the initial implementation falls into two main areas. 2.1 first, solve frequently occurring small issues that do not stop the line. Okay. Second, have in place a team of people who will act as both monitors and problem solvers. Okay. This team will regularly check to see whether the fix cycle is in plan or not. Okay. People call this team usually rock busters. Okay, Steinsprenger, weil man denkt an einen Fluss, okay? Da fließt das Wasser durch. Und irgendwo gibt es Steine, Probleme. Und diese Leute kümmern sich, dass die Steine dann dementsprechend kein Problem verursachen. Die bringen die Probleme dann weg. Okay. Rocks problems, okay? Das ist so ein Fluss. Those are the rock busters. Okay. This team is usually a multidisciplinary team consisting of operators, engineers, and production managers who will act together to monitor the cycle and initiate root cause problem solving when an issue arises. Okay. All right. Questions? Okay, the rocks are things disrupting the flow. I guess you get the analogy. It's not so difficult. Any questions, please? Can you follow well? I'm going too fast. Fast. Okay. Okay. Number 3, the rules okay. Rules help us decide when implementing fixed cycles. Write them down and put them where everyone can see them. Okay, so an example, the rules you can put, okay. Green products must flow. Okay. We will not change plan on green stream to compensate out stocks. Okay. Green products cannot run on red stream and vice versa. Or if we're running behind the plan, on green stream, we will stop at plan time and move to next product cycle, yellow or blue. Only operations and supply chain management directors can jointly, so together, authorize a change to the green stream and finally trials and projects will always run on the red stream. Okay, this is an example of a list of rules that you can set up in your facility so that everybody knows you mean business. Okay? Questions so far? Okay, we continue to number 4. As we had before, size of the buffer tanks. Okay, buffer tank logic. You remember when we talked about inventory, we always said we wanted to think about inventory as a water tank. You remember? Hello? Thank you, Christian. No interaction. So this logic is exactly the same as statistical process control, SPC. We need to mathematically calculate the inventory levels. You know how to do it from the first semester we had together. In order to provide a minimum inventory level warning, so that people know something's wrong. When going below that. Okay, so you know how to calculate the inventory level. And I'm not going to repeat, you can go to that. I'm just summarizing in the last semester what we have seen in many other lectures. So far, questions, please? So now we can outline an action plan. After all the things we have learned, implementation action plan. So for the green stream, let's say for the green stream, what we can do, the action and who. The when is something that needs to be discussed later or in detail. The first thing you can do is get key suppliers to deliver the green stream drum beat. You know what it means, drum beat? Hello? Who spoke? Karen. What do you mean you don't know? Okay. So the drum beat means that you're delivering on the sequence like with Schlagzeug Rhythmus, okay? So number 2, yeah, produce. Weekend overtime. As a gap security. Number 3, flow materials. From warehouse to the line. Number 4, ensure no changes in the stream. Who does all these? The first thing is done by purchasing. Second thing is to by production and HR management. Third thing, material handling. Fourth thing is done by all. Okay. So with a yellow stream, reduce hygiene, clean. Okay, so you can just reduce the amount of cleaning you do that. Process engineering and operations management. With the blues, well, here you make sure that you do your Kaizen activities here, as we said yesterday. With the blue stream, so you say you eliminate unnecessary packaging. Move unprinted labels and harmonize raw material and packaging. Okay, and this is done by planning department, again by purchasing, and this is done by product development, sorry. With the red stream, here survey customers on how they value red products, and 2, activity-based costing analysis. You know this method. Look into your notes on reds. Activity-based costing is a cool thing. So this is done by marketing, and this is done by finance. Okay. And what reviews you have? What reviews you have is also an important issue. So this is about the plan, that what you want to do strategically. You have an hourly review. Hourly, okay, of green stream. You have a twice daily review of green yellow stream activities. You have a weekly, bi-weekly. When I mean yellow, I mean or monthly Hoshinkanri, CPDNA review, okay, as we have seen in the past. And this is done by shift leaders. This is done by production, and this is done by all. Okay? So the Hoshinkanri concept, you know it from previous lectures. I'm not going to get into this as of now because this is the supply chain management lecture. Okay? All right. Any questions? No? No, Peter. Any questions online? Okay, then stop here.